Listen up, because I'm about to tell you something real, something raw, something that most people won't admit out loud. Life ain't easy, and nobody owes you a thing. If you're sitting there waiting for luck, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for someone to hand you what you want, then let me tell you right now, you're wasting time. Every second you hesitate, every excuse you make, every fear that holds you back is stealing from the life you could living. DMX didn't wait. He didn't ask for permission. He didn't care if the world doubted him, if the odds were stacked against him, or if people said he couldn't make it. He got up, he fought, and he turned his pain, his struggle, and his anger into action, into fire, into energy that shook the world. Today, I'm going to break down the secrets that DMX lived by, the secrets that can help you achieve everything you want in life. These aren't just words, they're a blueprint, a code, a way of living that separates dreamers from doers, the weak from the unstoppable. If you're ready to stop talking and start winning, then pay attention, because what you're about to hear could change the way you see yourself, your life, and your future forever. Belief in yourself is not just a mindset. It's the fire that fuels your entire journey. DMX's life is a perfect example of what happens when you hold on to yourself, your vision, and your purpose, even when the world tries to pull you down. From the streets of Yonkers to the biggest stages in the world, DMX's story shows that self-belief is the cornerstone of success. It's not something you're born with. It's something you cultivate when you refuse to let fear, doubt, or judgment define you. Belief in yourself is about knowing your worth even when nobody else does. It's about waking up every day and telling yourself that you are capable of more than you have ever imagined, even if yesterday's failures scream otherwise. Most people will tell you that it's impossible, that you're dreaming too big, that you're not ready, that you're not enough. That is exactly why belief in yourself is so important, because it's what allows you to rise above all of that noise, all of that negativity, and all of those limitations imposed by others. DMX faced countless challenges in his life. He had moments where the odds were stacked against him, where doors were closed, and where every sign pointed to failure. And yet, he never stopped believing in his ability to rise, to create, and to make his mark. That belief is what pushed him to write, to perform, and to deliver every word with raw energy and emotion. It's what made him stand out from everyone else chasing the same dream. Belief in yourself means knowing that your past does not define your future. It means understanding that mistakes, failures, and hardships are not the end, but the fuel for your growth. DMX didn't let the pain of his childhood, the struggles of his environment, or the criticism of the industry dictate who he could be. He held on to himself, and that unwavering belief became his armor, his weapon, and his compass. The world will always test your belief. People will doubt you. Circumstances will challenge you. And setbacks will try to convince you to quit. But belief in yourself is what allows you to push through when giving up seems like the easier option. It's the voice inside that says, I can do this, when nobody else says it. It's the conviction that keeps you going when fear is trying to paralyze you. Self-belief is also about action. It's not just thinking that you can, it's moving as if you can, even when doubt is knocking at your door. DMX didn't just believe, he acted. Every step he took, every stage he commanded, every verse he spit was a manifestation of his belief in his talent, his purpose, and his vision. That's the difference between those who dream and those who achieve. Belief gives you resilience. It gives you strength when the world pushes back. It gives you clarity when chaos surrounds you. It teaches you that even when the path is unclear, even when you feel unprepared, the fact that you believe in yourself is enough to start moving forward. And the beauty of belief is that it's contagious. When you truly believe in yourself, others begin to see it too. Doors begin to open, opportunities start to appear, and your energy attracts the people, resources, and circumstances that align with your purpose. DMX's energy, confidence, and authenticity were magnetic because they were rooted in belief. Every crowd he commanded, every stage he owned, and every record he broke was fueled by the belief that he belonged there and that he had something to give the world. Belief in yourself is not arrogance. It's understanding your potential and refusing to let fear define it. It's knowing that setbacks are temporary, that critics are irrelevant, and that your journey is yours alone. Without belief means nothing. Opportunities slip away and dreams remain just dreams. But with belief, you become unstoppable. DMX showed us that when you hold on to yourself with unwavering faith, When you trust your vision and when you act with confidence, there's nothing you cannot achieve. Belief in yourself is the foundation of every success story, the spark behind every great achievement, and the difference between giving up and going all the way. It's the first step, the key step, the step that changes everything. Absolutely! Hard work is the backbone of every achievement, and the grind is where champions are made. DMX life is a testament to the power of relentless effort, the kind that pushes you past excuses, distractions, and pain. Success never comes from sitting on the sidelines hoping for luck to show up. It comes from showing up every single day, putting in the work, and refusing to quit even when the world seems against you. DMX didn't become a legend overnight. Behind the music, the fame, and the energy that shook stadiums, there were countless hours of struggle, writing, rehearsing, performing, facing rejection after rejection. Every setback, every door that closed, every moment of doubt was met with action. Hard, relentless, unyielding action. Hard work is not glamorous. It doesn't look good on Instagram. It doesn't come with applause while you're doing it. It's waking up when your body screams to sleep. It's pushing through when every fiber of your being wants to quit. It's putting in the effort when nobody is watching and when nobody believes in you. DMX understood this. He knew that talent alone was not enough. Talent can open a door, but hard work is what keeps it open and builds a pathway to every other door in your life. The grind is about consistency. It's about showing up day after day, doing the work, even when it feels like it's not paying off. DMX spent years in the studio, perfecting his craft, refining his voice, and learning the business. There were nights when the streets called him, when distractions tempted him, when the weight of life made quitting feel easy, but he kept grinding. That's what separates the dreamers from the doors. You can have talent, intelligence, and ideas, but without hard work, they remain potential, never reality. The grind is also about sacrifice. DMX sacrificed comfort, normalcy, ease for the pursuit of greatness. He knew that achieving everything he wanted in life meant making choices that most people are unwilling to make. It meant long hours, discipline, and putting purpose over temporary pleasure. It's about understanding that every small step, every ounce of effort compounds into massive results over time. Hard work also builds resilience. When you grind through adversity, when you push through pain and fatigue, you develop a strength that can't be taught, a toughness that comes only from doing the work when nobody else will. DMX energy on stage, his raw intensity, his ability to connect people through his music, it all came from that relentless grind. Every verse, every performance, every hit song was a product of countless hours of effort, sweat, and persistence. There's no shortcut around hard work. There's no substitute for the grind. The world doesn't owe you success. You earn it with your blood, sweat, and determination. DMX's story reminds us that you can't wait for opportunity to knock. You have to create it. You have to work tirelessly, refine your skills, and outlast the competition. The grind is also a mindset. It's the refusal to settle for mediocrity. It's the commitment to excellence, to improving every day, to pushing past limits, and to chasing goals with the intensity of someone who knows that life is short and time is precious. Hard work transforms ordinary people into extraordinary ones. It turns potential into results, dreams into reality, and obstacles into lessons. DMX life teaches us that when you combine belief with relentless effort, nothing can stop you. Success is not a matter of luck or timing. It's a matter of showing up, giving everything you have, and never stopping until you get what you want. And the grind doesn't just prepare you for success, it strengthens your character. It teaches patience, persistence, and humility. It forces you to confront failure, learn from it, and keep moving forward. DMX knew this. He knew that the road to greatness is paved with sweat, struggle, begs in my life, and sacrifice. The hard work you put in today becomes the foundation for the victories of tomorrow. The grind is where champions are made, where legacies are built, and where dreams become reality. DMX's journey is proof that if you're willing to work harder than anyone else, to push longer than anyone else, and to never quit no matter the circumstances, you can achieve everything you want in life. Hard work and grind are not optional. They are essential. They are the fuel, the engine, and the momentum behind every success story. Pain and adversity are inevitable in life, and how you respond to them defines the trajectory of your journey. DMX's story is a powerful example of turning hardship into strength. Using struggle as fuel to propel yourself forward. Life will throw challenges at you. Family struggles, personal loss, betrayal, failure, and disappointment. And it will often seem like the world is stacked against you. But pain is not the enemy. It's a teacher, a motivator, a force that can push you to reach heights you never imagined. DMX knew this better than most. He grew up in an environment filled with obstacles from poverty to personal challenges, yet he refused to let these circumstances dictate his future. Instead of letting pain break him, he used it as a catalyst to fight harder, to work relentlessly, and to rise above his struggles. Overcoming adversity is about perspective. It's about seeing obstacles not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to grow, to learn, and to strengthen your resolve. DMX faced countless setbacks in his career and personal life. Yet he kept moving forward, channeling every heartbreak, every disappointment, and every struggle into his music, his performances, and his purpose. Pain gives clarity. It teaches you what you are made of and what you are capable of. It strips away distractions, excuses, and illusions, leaving you with a raw understanding of your inner strength. DMX music resonated with millions because it was authentic. It came from a place of real pain, struggle, and triumph. People could feel it because he transformed his challenges into a powerful voice that inspired others to face their own battles. Adversity builds resilience. It teaches you to endure, to keep fighting even when giving up seems easier, to persevere when everything in life is telling you to quit. DMX's journey shows that resilience is not built in comfort. It's forged in the fire of difficulty, in moments when the odds are against you and when your determination is the only thing standing between you and defeat. Overcoming pain is also about embracing your mistakes and learning from them. Every failure, every misstep, every wrong turn can be a lesson if you allow it to be. DMX made mistakes, faced legal troubles, and endured personal hardships, yet he kept rising, evolving, and pushing toward his goals. Adversity forces growth, and growth requires facing your fears, confronting your weaknesses, and taking responsibility for your life. Pain is temporary, but the strength you gain from enduring it is permanent. DMX turned his struggles into motivation, using his experiences as fuel to deliver some of the most powerful performances and lyrics in hip-hop history. He showed that your past does not have to define your future. Your response to challenges does. Overcoming adversity requires mental toughness. It demands that you refuse to be a victim, that you refuse to let circumstances dictate your outcome, and that you commit to moving forward no matter what. DMX life demonstrates that even when life is unfair, when doors are slammed in your face, and when the world doubts you, perseverance fueled by inner strength and belief in yourself can lead to extraordinary achievements. Adversity also cultivates empathy and depth. The pain you experience allows you to connect with others on a deeper level, to inspire, to lead, and to influence in ways that comfort and privilege never could. DMX's ability to touch lives, to connect with people through his words and energy came from understanding suffering firsthand and using it to empower himself and others. Overcoming pain and adversity is not about avoiding suffering. It's about confronting it, harnessing it, and using it as a tool to push forward. It's about refusing to let setbacks define you, and instead allowing them to refine you. DMX life is a blueprint for anyone striving to achieve everything they want in life despite obstacles. Pain is inevitable. Struggle is unavoidable. Your response to both can become the driving force behind your greatest successes. By embracing adversity, facing your challenges head on, and transforming pain into purpose, you develop the resilience, strength, and determination necessary to achieve your dreams, no matter how impossible they may seem at first. Authenticity is the essence of true success. Staying true to yourself is one of the most powerful principles you can embrace. DMX's life and career were built on raw honesty, unapologetic self-expression, and an unwavering commitment to being real, no matter the pressure to conform. The world constantly pushes us to fit into molds, to follow, to act in ways that are safe or socially acceptable. True greatness comes from breaking free of those constraints and standing firmly in who you are. DMX never pretended to be anyone else, and that authenticity is what made him unforgettable. When he stepped on stage, people didn't just see a performer. They felt a man who was raw, real, and unfiltered. They could connect with his pain, his struggle, his energy, and his truth. Staying authentic means embracing every part of yourself, including your flaws and your failures and your fears, and using them as a source of power. DMX didn't hide his struggles or weaknesses. He shared them with the world and transformed them into art, inspiration, and connection. Being true to yourself also means having the courage to follow your vision, Even when others doubt it or try to steer you off course, there will always be critics, haters, and naysayers ready to tell you what you can or cannot do, who you should be, or how you should act. Authenticity requires ignoring that noise and trusting your inner voice. DMX faced immense pressure from the industry, from peers, and from society, yet he refused to dilute his style, his message, his energy. That unwavering commitment to his identity is what set him apart, what created his legacy, and what allowed him to resonate with millions of people worldwide. Staying authentic also builds respect. People are drawn to those who are real, who speak their truth, and who act in alignment with their values. DMX commanded respect not just for his talent, but for his honesty, integrity, and refusal to compromise his identity for popularity or convenience. When you are authentic, you attract opportunities, connections, and energy that align with your true purpose. You stop wasting time trying to please everyone or fit in, and you start creating a life that reflects who you really are. Authenticity requires self-awareness. It demands that you know yourself, your values, your strengths, and your passions. DMX understood himself deeply. He knew what mattered to him, what he stood for, and how he wanted to impact the world. That clarity allowed him to make decisions, take risks, and pursue his goals with confidence. Staying true to yourself also means embracing your voice, your style, and your vision, even when it goes against the grain. DMX's music, energy, and persona were unconventional, raw, and sometimes controversial, but that's what made him powerful. By refusing to conform, he created something original, something that could never be replicated, something that left a permanent mark on the world. Authenticity also fuels passion. When you act in alignment with who you truly are, your energy, commitment, and an intensity naturally increase. DMX's passion for music, performance, and expression was unstoppable because it came from a place of truth. He wasn't performing to please others. He was expressing himself, living his purpose, and inspiring others to do the same. Staying authentic requires bravery. It means being willing to face judgment, criticism, and rejection without compromising your essence. DMX life demonstrates that the path to greatness is never about popularity or approval. It's about being real, being fearless, and being committed to your truth. Authenticity creates power. It makes you memorable, magnetic, and influential. It allows you to connect deeply with people, to inspire action, and to leave a legacy that reflects your real self. DMX showed us that when you embrace authenticity, you don't just achieve goals, you create a life and a legacy that nobody can take away. Being true to yourself isn't easy, but it's necessary. The world will try to shape you, to tell you who to be, and to measure your worth by standards that are not your own. But greatness comes from resisting that pressure, embracing your uniqueness, living with honesty and integrity in every decision, every action, and every expression of your life. Faith and spiritual strength are invisible forces that shape our reality. DMX life is a powerful example of how they can guide, protect, and propel us forward even in the darkest moments. Faith isn't just about religion. It's about trust in something greater than yourself, a belief in your purpose, and the understanding that you are not alone in your journey. DMX often spoke openly about his relationship with God, about prayer, and about finding strength through spiritual connection. This faith was not passive, it was active, alive, and integral to the way he approached life, work, and challenges. Spiritual strength gives you the power to endure hardship when circumstances seem impossible. Life will test you, push you to the edge, and present obstacles that appear insurmountable. When you have faith, you have a foundation that cannot be shaken by external forces. DMX faced personal struggles, battles with addiction, legal issues, and moments of deep pain. Yet his faith remained a source of guidance and resilience. Believing that there is a higher purpose, a plan, a reason behind your struggles allows you to see beyond immediate pain and to keep moving forward even when everything seems uncertain. Faith fuels courage. It gives you the strength to take risks, to pursue dreams that others consider impossible, and to stand up for your beliefs even when facing criticism or rejection. DMX's music and career were filled with bold choices and fearless authenticity. And much of that confidence came from the inner spiritual strength that allowed him to trust himself and the path he was on. Spiritual strength also cultivates discipline. When you believe in something greater, when you feel guided by a higher purpose, you are more likely to make choices that align with your values and your goals. DMX demonstrated this in the way he worked tirelessly on his craft, persevered through obstacles, and remained committed to his vision despite external pressures. Faith creates hope. Even in the darkest nights, the hardest battles, and the most challenging seasons, spiritual belief reminds you that there is light ahead. It reminds you that your struggles are temporary, that your efforts are not in vain, and that perseverance is rewarded. DMX's life shows that hope rooted in faith can transform despair into motivation and pain into action. Spiritual strength also provides clarity. When you are connected to a higher purpose, your decisions become clearer, your priorities become sharper, and your energy becomes more focused. DMX lyrics, performances, and presence were full of conviction because he knew who he was, what he stood for, and why he was on this journey. Faith is not a magic wand that removes obstacles. It is the inner power that enables you to face them, rise above them, and turn them into opportunities for growth. DMX often reminded people through his words that relying on spiritual strength, prayer, and inner faith could give them courage, resilience, and the wisdom to navigate life's challenges. It teaches patience, endurance, and perseverance, reminding us that some things are beyond our control, but our response to them is entirely within our hands. Faith strengthens your mind and heart, giving you a foundation to stand on when the world seems unstable. DMX demonstrated that spiritual strength is intertwined with personal power. It fuels confidence, authenticity, and action. It allows you to keep moving when others stop, to keep believing when others doubt, and to keep fighting when others surrender. Having faith also inspires others. DMX fans, listeners, and followers connected to the energy and sincerity he radiated, and much of that came from his inner spiritual strength. When you operate from a place of faith, your actions are amplified, your presence is more powerful, and your influence extends beyond what you can measure. Spiritual strength provides balance. It reminds you that life is more than material success, fame, or recognition. It's about purpose, connection, and meaning. DMX understood that true achievement is not measured only in external results, but in inner growth, resilience, and the ability to stand tall through adversity. Faith, in all its forms, empowers you to achieve everything you want in life, not by avoiding struggle, but by giving you the strength to face it head on. DX's life teaches us that when belief in yourself is paired with hard work, authenticity, resilience, and faith, there is no obstacle too great, no challenge too severe, and no dream beyond reach. Spiritual strength is the quiet power that keeps the fire burning inside you, guiding every step, every decision, and every action toward the life you were meant to create. Absolutely! Here's a detailed explanation of taking action without waiting for perfect conditions is the secret that separates dreamers from achievers. And DMX life illustrates this principle better than almost anyone. Too often, people wait for the right moment, the perfect plan, or the ideal circumstances before they start moving. But the truth is that perfect conditions rarely exist. DX didn't wait for a flawless path or for opportunities to come knocking. He created them. He understood that action itself generates momentum, opens doors, and forces growth, whereas hesitation leads to stagnation, regret, and missed chances. The world is full of people with talent, vision, and dreams who never take the leap because they are waiting for everything to align perfectly. DMX knew that if he waited, he would never reach the level he wanted. He took risks, made bold moves, and jumped into opportunities even when uncertainty surrounded him. Taking action is not about being reckless. It's about courageously moving forward despite fear, doubt, or discomfort. DMX faced challenges, critics, and high stakes, but he refused to let fear paralyze him. He knew that every step, no matter how small, toward his goals was more powerful than waiting for ideal circumstances that may never arrive. Action breeds clarity. When you take the first step, you learn, adjust, and refine your approach. DMX's career shows that progress doesn't come from planning alone. It comes from doing, experimenting, and learning in motion. But the first step is the most important because it transforms intention into reality. Without action, dreams remain ideas. With action, they begin to manifest. Taking action also builds confidence. Every move you make, every decision you commit to, every risk you embrace strengthens your belief in yourself and your ability to overcome obstacles. DMX didn't start as a superstar. He started by performing wherever he could, grinding tirelessly and putting himself out there without guarantees. Each step forward reinforced his confidence, and that confidence created further opportunities. Waiting for perfection often masks fear disguised as preparation. People say, "I'll start when I'm ready," or "I need more time." But the truth is that readiness comes through action, not avoidance. DMX embraced imperfection and uncertainty because he knew that nothing worth achieving ever begins under ideal circumstances. The willingness to act pushes you out of your comfort zone and forces growth. DMX's rise was fueled by taking action even when the stakes were high, the odds were against him, and the path was unclear. Each bold move, each decision made despite fear, built resilience, skill. Action also attracts opportunities. When you move forward decisively, the universe, circumstances, and people respond. DMX's relentless drive drew collaborators, fans, and industry attention because he wasn't waiting. He was already creating, performing, and delivering results. Taking action without perfect conditions teaches you to adapt. Plans will fail. Obstacles will appear, and outcomes may differ from expectations. But when you are already moving, you can adjust, pivot, and respond effectively. DMX's career is full of moments where improvisation and bold decision-making, rooted in action, propelled him past barriers that might have stopped someone waiting for perfection. Principle of action is also about ownership. When you act, you take control of your life. Instead of leaving it to chance, luck, or external validation, DMX took responsibility for his journey, seizing every opportunity and facing every consequence head-on. Inaction, by contrast, is surrender. It gives away your power to circumstances and other people, leaving your dreams dependent on factors you cannot control. Action transforms fear into momentum, uncertainty into clarity, and dreams into tangible progress. DMX didn't wait to feel ready, to be fully prepared, or to have perfect conditions. He acted anyway, and that courage made all the difference. Taking action is a mindset as much as it is a behavior. It's a refusal to let hesitation, doubt, or circumstance dictate your future. It's the understanding that even imperfect steps taken consistently will create results. While waiting for perfect conditions leads only to regret, DMX's story teaches us that bold, decisive action, even in the face of uncertainty, is the engine that drives achievement. You cannot plan your way to greatness entirely. You must step into it, move toward it, and take the necessary actions every single day. Momentum comes from movement. Growth comes from effort. Success comes from starting now, regardless of whether the world is ready, or you feel fully prepared, or conditions appear perfect. Action is the bridge between desire and accomplishment. And DMX's life reminds us that the only way to achieve everything you want in life is to take that first step and keep moving, no matter what. Here's a powerful DMX-inspired conclusion with a motivational send-off, including a good luck and thank you message. Now listen, I want you to take this in and let it hit deep. Everything we talked about today, every lesson, every secret, every truth DMX lived by, it all comes down to one thing. You are the one with the power, the fire, the drive to make your life exactly what you want it to be. Belief in yourself, hard work, facing your pain, staying true to who you are, holding on to faith, and taking action without waiting for the perfect moment. These aren't just ideas. These are tools and keys that can unlock your greatness if you use them. Life will test you, push you to your limits, and throw obstacles in your path. But the same strength that DMX had, the same energy that fueled him, it's inside you right now. Don't let it sit dormant. Take it, use it, and run with it. Start today. Push through the struggle. Embrace your truth. Act even when the road is uncertain. Your dreams, your goals, your purpose, they're waiting for you to step up and claim them. So go out there, be unstoppable, be relentless, and know this, you have everything you need inside you to achieve everything you want in life. Good luck. Stay strong, and thank you for letting me share this with you. Keep grinding, keep believing, keep winning.